everybody, we're back. It's the VHS show, the VHS collection. Looking through the VHS shelves of all things. We are a live chat where we're going through our VHS collection, showing you the stuff we pick up, what we're seeing out there in the wild, and interesting VHS news. My name is Bill. Welcome. With me as always is my buddy Chris Roberts over here.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Bill?
Not too much. How's it going?
Good, man. It's like we just started talking. We haven't been talking for the last 10 minutes.
Not at all.
It's amazing.
Brand new thing. There
Right.
we go. So yeah, what do you want to preview any excitement that you got planned coming up?
Well, I got a Holy Grail-ish kind of tape.
Yeah.
Definitely somebody's Holy Grail. I wouldn't say it's necessarily mine, but it was up there. I was very happy to get it. And I got some two newly produced tapes that are new. Like actual, not just new to me, but new to the world.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So got a couple of those.
Right on. I'm going to show you something found from the bin again. The bin paid off again. So we're going to talk about that. And for some reason, tapes keep following me home too. So I will have some stuff to show. For some reason, tapes are following me. But we'll be back right after this. Got to make that thing full screen one of these days.
Yeah, that you need to do. But you always talk about changing that thumbnail, and that look on your face can't change. Maybe you could change mine if you want, but that one has to stay.
Really?
That look of what the hell did I get myself into, or what did I do?
Yeah,
that's priceless.
Well,
because that is truly what you felt. Yeah, it's truly how you felt when you first started going down this dark hole. And we see Matt's in the chat. So what's up, Matt?
Hey, Matt. How's it going?
So that can never change,
dude. I might have it again because there's a guy on my local Facebook selling business, and he's trying to sell. He showed a picture of his garage, and he's got about maybe 12 boxes full of VHS tapes. Now he wants $300 for them.
Could be a steal. You never know.
Well, he shows like the top layer of each box, and it's all common stuff on the top.
Well, yeah.
So I may just reach out to him at one point and say, I will happily haul that away for you, but it will be for the fee of me hauling it. There will be no money transferred.
Yeah. If he'll do it, you know what I mean? Let him sit for a while. I mean, the other option, if he doesn't go for that, if he balks on that, being saying that maybe if you can let you look through it, let it browse through it a little bit and then make an offer, and then you can bring your phone and we can either live stream it, or you can just put me on a FaceTime kind of deal and you can live stream it to me.
Well, there's an idea.
Might have some content. I mean, as long as the guy ain't looking over your shoulders, that could be a little awkward. You know what I mean? Be like, yeah, hey, get that $300 tape right there. I mean, that tape is garbage. Don't get that one.
Yeah. When he first listed it, I think he wanted $400 for it. He's like, 400 tapes?
Oh, there's no chance.
$400.
I know. Well, people have that idea. Like, they got to be worth this. And it's like, well, they don't. They can be in the right situation. Sure, you go to a meetup or something, it might work. But especially your area hasn't caught up. Even in my area, that wouldn't happen. There was these people who put up something, and I'm going to start putting those on our little community tab or whatever. If I think about it, or send it to you, you can do it. Where like these ridiculous, like this guy has like all these Westerns, and they're like, it's like kind of like the dollar tape thing. It's like 100 tape. Well, actually, they want $3 a tape, and it's like $300 for 100 tapes and all these beautiful, great Westerns. It's like, you will not get 10 cents a tape. I promise you, it won't happen. You might go down to the Senior Citizen Center and give them to them for free, but even they have upgraded to at least a DVD. They're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. It's just,
no, someone's got to haul it for them.
It ain't going to happen. They're not going to do it. So,
yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
So
Well, I
what's
look forward to seeing that, man, because
I'm gonna let him
could have
just
some
boil a
gold.
little bit
Well, you
away
have
for a while.
to. Yeah, you have to. And then give them that low ball approach. Be like, yeah, give me $20 in gas and I'll come pick all that stuff. And then later it's like, you know what? I'll pick it up for free.
That's
But
right. Get
you
him to
have
pay me.
you have to help me load it.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of tapes still out there. But in my neck of the woods, I'm up here in Canada and Ontario. The rare, unique stuff is very hard to find here. Lots of common stuff.
Yeah.
Very hard to find the Chris Roberts pedigree stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, even around here, it's starting to get tough. I don't find as many hard to find tapes as I used to. I still find them because I hunt a lot, but I used to be able to find something kind of uncommon every time I went out. Now, not so much.
don't forget, we will hit the mailbag later. We did get some email. Going to show some viewers submitted shots of interesting things they found out on the VHS land. So, and you can email us your stuff through that email too. Wait, that's not our email. That's the YouTube page.
That's the YouTube page. What are you doing, Bill? There you go.
There you go.
You got the wrong banner.
Hey.
Matter of fact, you didn't even have our name banners up, did you? Or did that just pull them down?
No, that was there. Don't worry about it. It's a professional show here. Professional show.
It seems like third rate.
Let me give you another update on what the situation has been. You guys, if you tuned in last week, you saw my camera died nearly like right away. I now invested into an AC adapter into my DSLR camera. So that's what's giving us these crystal clear pictures this time. Well, we'll see how that works out.
You got some of that big time. You got one of those big time Google checks.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. But having a YouTube channel does cost money, folks. It does.
It does. That's true, though. It does.
And if you notice, look at all the stuff powered up nowadays.
Yeah,
I like on Amazon found this power bar, had like 13 outlets in it.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we're managing to get everything powered up. The new deck we found last week is in here. That's the pure SVHS deck.
Yeah.
And we got that fired up. And in the bin, we found another deck here.
Oh, there you go. Nice JVC. I'm really impressed with the JVC VHSs or VCRs. I've had very good luck. I mean, I'm not 100. I'm not batting 1,000 on them, but most of them work. Overwhelming majority work.
I haven't tested it yet. No HDMI out of here, and just
no, but you're not. Those aren't going to pop up every time. But I mean, that's still a nice forehead one. I mean, that's still a good looking deck.
I don't know if you can see here. It does say. Do you remember I told you what SQPB means?
Yes. Well, I remember you talking about it. I probably zoned out. What does it mean?
You want your deck to be SQPB because that stands for super quasi playback.
Oh,
so that means it's not a true SVHS playback, but
it's close.
Playback.
It will play the SVHS. Yeah.
So again, the difference is SVHS will give you somewhere north of 400 lines of resolution. VHS is somewhere around 200 lines of resolution. So it'll take that higher quality and bring it down to 200, but you will be able to actually watch it, which most VCRs won't do. So if you're looking for a new deck, make sure it's got that, at least the SQPB on it, so you can have a little extra value with it.
Well, especially if you do happen to get lucky and find one of those HVHS videos, which aren't easy to find. I do have one. I have a Last Crusade. And
yeah, I've never seen commercial.
I found one and I was ecstatic. I knew something was odd about it. When I found it, it had a weird look to it. Hold on a second. Let me grab
it. He's looking.
Okay.
Man,
so yeah, so when I first saw it on the shelf, I thought it was sun faded. That kind of caught my eye, and then I noticed this extra thing at the end. And then when I pulled it out, then I kind of focused a little more on it and was like, oh, that's an SVHS. So you do not come across these very often. Matter of fact, this is the only one I've ever seen. There is a RoboCop that I would love to have. But I did look through kind of the lineup of the commercial ones that were released, or at least the list that I look at. or looked at. I'd say this and the RoboCop are probably the best ones, but still, got one of them anyways. I wouldn't call this a holy grail, but this is about a $40 tape, which the regular one's probably like a $4 tape. So
true.
You can definitely tell the difference in its value based on the rarity.
That's good.
And it's even in a letterbox too, so they went all out on this one.
Yeah, it's rivaling Laserdisc at that point, but if you were a quality collector like that, you would be buying on Laserdisc rather than a tape.
And then it even has the Super VHS brand that matches that VCR that I have and that Bill has. I'm pretty sure the JVCs have the Super VHS. Some of them will say SVHS, but that one has I don't know if that's what they were trying to brand it as. Kind of like Blu-ray, HD, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
DVD kind of thing.
Now, leave that tape out for a second, because I can tell you the way your machine finds out that that's an SVHS tape is that cassette there has an extra hole on the bottom. And so your machine it's in the crease along the bottom there where
where the label is?
No, upside down. Yeah, see where there's like a crease on the lower. No, down the other way.
Oh, right here in the middle.
No. Yeah. See that line there? So go to the other side. There should be a hole there. That's
I see it. The hole right there. Oh, okay. So that's some technical shit that I didn't know.
There you go. If your machine,
so it's because that hole there. So it'll hold it into place. Maybe something attaches to it.
Well, there's like a pin in the machine that senses that hole.
Okay.
Then it goes, okay, we're SVHS now. I guess
we're in SVHS mode. We got to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah. There you go.
The crazy thing is I still have yet to play this tape in my SVHS player because I had switched it into the room that doesn't have an S-video television, so I need to flip them back just to see it done. I just really like the player because it kind of still upscales a little bit. Or you know what I mean? Even regular tapes get up. I don't think it's probably not much, but it's somehow it looks a little better on the S video opposed to a regular VCR forehead. I've compared them. And it's this looks a little nicer. It just could be just because it's a better deck too. I mean,
you're totally right. This middle deck here looked spectacular.
Yeah,
now, I was just watching on this tiny monitor, so things will automatically get an image boost because it's so small.
Yeah, because it's smaller. Right.
Man, fantastic deck. This JVC for $2.50. Great deal.
Yeah, I paid $15 for mine, but I was very happy when I found it. And apparently, according to some other guys that I've met on Twitter and Instagram, they told me that the success ratio could be 50-50 whether or not they work or not, which I was like, oh, I didn't want to hear that because now I'm afraid my deck might not continue to work. But I don't know. Maybe that guy didn't know what he was talking about either. But I was like, well, I don't know. It works perfect. I love it. Every time I use it, it plays really well. Yeah. The only thing that I find odd is when you pause it, it'll continue to play the audio a little bit. It loops the audio. You have to pause it twice, which is kind of strange. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. But anyway, it's a little odd.
I want to have a little game with our viewers in the chat too. You have something playing in behind you. I have a couple things playing in behind me. Let's see if they can name what's been playing.
Okay.
There you go.
I think mine's going to be pretty easy, but
no, I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
No.
Really?
No, I never
know what this is.
I do, but I never watched that.
But you
never got that cartoon. Well, we did, but it was hard to find, so I never got to watch it on the regular.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
Well, you better adjust your brightness a tad because that's a little.
Okay, Matt Bandy's in the chat. He has this exact same television. Matt Bandy, let me know how to turn down the brightness if I can do it without a remote control because I don't have the native remote control for this TV, and I can't find any of the knobs anywhere to do it.
Over the top, Roger Rapp down. He just nailed them all.
Wow.
Matt just don't mess around and fell swoop. Congratulations, Matt. Bill will be sending you $20 Canadian.
Canadian, so
great. So about 8 cents. I have some pennies over here. I'll just
Yeah, but what
go
Super
out.
Friends is it? He's got to, we don't know what episode that is.
Yeah, well, it's that one.
Well, so there has been a little bit of excitement in the VHS finding here in my neck of the woods. I was at a thrift store today. Unfortunately, it's the thrift store that charges $2 a tape. And at one point, I had 20 tapes in my cart. Luckily, my little kid, the 10-year-old, said to me, that's adding up, right? That's 2 times whatever you got in the cart.
Right.
I'm like, oh, my God, this is stupid. Why am I doing this? So I took at least half of them and put them back. Now, it's nothing crazy. We'll show them later if we got time. There's still stuff from last week we got to get through.
All right.
But someone dumped off their entire Clint Eastwood collection, like every Clint Eastwood tape you can imagine.
Now, are we talking Dirty Harry? Or are we talking Western? What are we talking
here?
Everything
you can imagine. So I was just like loading it up, but I put half back. So I kept what I think is the coolest covers.
All right.
And I also want to give you a little bit of news that people say you don't even watch this stuff. Why are you collecting it? I did watch a VHS movie this week. I watched Private Parts from beginning to end on VHS. I don't know if this is streaming anywhere.
Hey, Kyle. I don't think. No, it's not. I don't see it. I don't even see it for purchase. Maybe it's on like iTunes or something like that. But I don't.
Yeah, iTunes. So I don't know why he doesn't do anything with this movie. It is fantastic still.
I mean, even though I wasn't a huge fan of it, but that old TV series he produced, Son of the Beach, you can't find that nowhere.
Oh, Son of a Beach, yeah.
Yeah, you can't find any of that stuff. Or I mean, I kind of know why you don't find any of his old TV programs. That I could tell you why. But man, some of those are rough. Some of those old Channel 9 shows. I'll send you a clip. I won't even repeat the clip, but I will send you a clip of something, and I'm like, wow, I cannot believe this clip is around and he still is. It's insane, man.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Considering got away with it all.
Okay, considering I mean, the coach of the Raiders right now is in very hot water for sending out an email in 2011. And I'm not saying he shouldn't be, or he should, whatever. It's them. But the context of that email, I read it. Okay. It's not good. It's not good. But compared to this clip that I could show, there's no way he would have been arrested had he done that. You know what I mean? Like, they would have fired him, pulled out all his crap. Yeah. They would have stripped him off the internet already. He'd have been done. I can't believe it. It's, man. Just Google Howard Stern, Ted Danson, Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, yeah.
You watch that, and it's like, oh, man, it is. I can't believe that still exists.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm surprised he hasn't just completely scrubbed the internet somehow. You know what I mean? But, go ahead, Bill.
I'm just like, how did he survive all of that cancel culture stuff? There was like him crowbarring women into swimsuits and then out of swimsuits, and the words he used, and no one called him up on any of that stuff, even though other people, for like a couple Twitter messages, you're out. So that is nutty. Anyways, enough Howard Stern talk. We're here to show some VHS tapes. I got new pickups, and we still have like the old from the 500 tapes that we got a while ago. We still have to fine tune the selection that was kind of, we had a middle ground. So we have to go through that and fine tune that collection as well. And so we're going to do that. But I can show you some tapes I found. This is hilarious. I went to this, it's called Video Time here in town, and they sell a lot of used video games and movies and stuff like that. They still print their receipts on these.
Wow.
These feeder printers.
Those things still alive? Like, yeah. Man.
So I said to him,
pull off the little sides. Where do you get the stuff at?
I said, how do you get the ink for that thing? Oh, we got to send away for it. I'm like, is it that worth it?
But why? Why, man? Like,
well,
that's
he printed up all these years ago, so he's going to use them no matter what, you know?
My gosh. Like, does he understand you can go to like Walmart and get a printer with like 200 sheets of paper and extra ink for like $30? You know what I mean?
Dude, he's not even at this location anymore. Like, so it's very odd, but yeah. So he's one of these guys on the Facebook groups that said they had boxes of VHS tapes. So I ended up going to a store, because it's a store, and asked him about it. And I think all the boxes except for 2 gone. So don't think that no one is buying VHS.
Oh, people are out there, dude. It's very low key in some areas, but there's still old school collectors, and there's a whole bunch of new ones jumping on the bandwagon.
So, but this store is it's not total shambles, but there is a bunch of shambles. So if you look under his bins, like underneath stuff, you can still find stuff hanging out that's been there for years. And I managed to find a couple of those little areas. And one was an area of beta tapes. And yeah, I was reluctant to get into VHS. Now I'm picking up beta tapes. What?
Well,
Chris Roberts.
Hey, you know what? You're a beta man at heart. Don't give me that crap.
That's true. But old prices on here, he hadn't adjusted prices in years, which is lucky if you can do that.
Yeah.
Or
unlucky, depending on how many years.
He knows video time. He shopped there.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations on that HDVD player. I have never seen one in the wild. I've seen DVDs, the HDVDs, but I never see a player. That's unique, man. Kevin, he found himself an HDVD player. And so now he's jumping both feet into the HDVD life.
I missed that. When did he say he did that?
He just posted it about an hour or two ago on Twitter.
I still have all my HD DVDs because it was the better format.
Maybe to have a trade or something.
Me and him can work something out.
Yeah.
Anyways, let me show you a couple of betas I found. These were still listed 5 for $10, but I think he gave them to me for like $1 each.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Now that's definitely a cut box, and you can only tell by the Amityville horror.
Yeah, it's
like I mean, could he have cut that any worse? I guess he could have called it the Amityville hoe. But I mean, come on, dude, really?
Yeah,
that's a terrible cut.
You got your stickers on there that you like.
I love it, man. Got the beta and the horror.
Adult drama.
Oh man, I love it.
Look at, he even cut the words off here.
Yeah, that's a terrible job. That man should be ashamed of himself. That is a horrible cut job. He didn't even need to. Look at all that wasted space there. What was wrong with that fool?
So does that ruin all the value in the having the box?
No. There are people who are specific cut box collectors because they like the nostalgia involved in it. Oh man, look at all those stickers. That is awesome. That guy was out of control. Look at that. He's got the Please Rewind property of Screen Smarts, Jumbo Video, Amityville Horror. He's got the codes.
Yeah,
it's all over. That guy was out of control.
Well, this is 3 different stores.
I know it went through a couple different stores, which he could have owned them all, or he sold them to other stores. But that's not uncommon. I have some. I have some that have that multiple stores on it. It's a trip.
So, well, what do you think that's worth if it were to go on market?
I wouldn't say much. Maybe $10, maybe.
$10, okay.
I don't think it's super expensive or anything like that. I'm sure you didn't overpay for that.
Check out this old school. We don't have.
Yeah, you don't even know what it is. That's a mystery box. Now was that found behind a curtain?
No,
around the corner in a little with a fake wall separating the room, or
what does that say on there? Does that say Rocky or something?
No, action.
Oh, that's the movie.
Is it Stick? What is it? Hell yeah, Stick. Never seen it. What is that? Obviously, it's an action movie. Who's in it?
This is Burt Reynolds, not only starring in it but directed it.
Wow.
Yeah. So I thought
that my hopes would be very low on that.
For
not the starring part. I liked his acting. I don't know about his directing though. Who knows? But I can't imagine it was that good.
I think Kevin has multiple versions of this actually, because he's a big Burt Reynolds guy. I think he even has it on DVD, but I'd never even heard of it, so I was kind of excited to see it. Let me show you one more from the beta. I don't know why I changed my camera here. How about Oh, why are you big?
Sorry. Go back in there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No, that's nice. But another horrible cut box. That bastard.
Do you see the
That's
price?
yeah. Well, 5 for 10. It was $5. So you're going $2 a piece, which is fair.
Now, I don't know about this movie either. Stephen King's Silver Bullet.
Oh, no, that's a good one. That's a good Silver Bullet. It's got Corey Haim in it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oscar winner.
It's right there in the box. Corey Haim. I mean, first off, his picture's on there, but down there in the credits, you can see him. That's Corey Haim in the wheelchair.
Ah.
No, that's good. It has a nice little surprise ending. If you haven't seen it, well, not a surprise ending, but there's a reveal in the middle of it somewhere. It's pretty cool.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, maybe it is at the ending. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it has a reveal.
Former Jumbo Video. Again. I think that was strictly a Canadian franchise, Jumbo
Yeah,
Video.
I've never heard of Jumbo.
Used to get popcorn from them.
Not videos, though,
huh? Yes, they had popcorn machines in all the Jumbo Videos. Big void if removed. These video stores were very concerned about ripping the spools out of these, I guess, eh?
Well, I mean, it was a big deal at one time. And think about it, those things were really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Those video stores, it was costing them several $100s for those tapes.
Yeah.
A lot of them at that time, especially beta time, a lot of betas you couldn't even buy in the home video market. I mean, eventually you could, but it depends on when that guy bought his inventory. There was a time where none of that stuff was available to the public. You had to have a license.
Well, for sure, if it's beta, then it was early on. So
right, but there was commercial beta at some point. But early on, real early, you couldn't buy them. Like this right here. Here's my my Star Wars. This is my beta tape, and you see how it says video rental.
Oh,
yeah, you got the wrong. Look at you. See how it says video rental library.
Yeah,
and on the back it has a serial number right here. It also says that again. And when you pull the tape out, the serial number is also on the tape. Oh. And you had to be a licensed dealer to get this.
Wow.
This was the very first commercially released Star Wars. I had the VHS as well, but these were the first ones that go out. These are very rare, very hard to find, very expensive.
Is that like at a time when that tape was still the property of the studio, and that's why the serial number's on it?
Yeah. Well, it had to be licensed, dude. Like you couldn't just, like you, Bill, could not just say, I want to buy that. You know, it wasn't that easy to get. It was very hard to get. You had to be a licensed dealer, and you had to sign a contract too. Matter of fact, I mean, when you really look into it, it talks about how it's illegal to hold this. It's the property of 20th Century Fox. This cassette is owned by 20th Century Fox.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, you're right. And it was illegal to have it. Now, this guy put this little tape one. I guess he must have had a couple of them. As a matter of fact, he didn't put it back in the right box. My serial numbers don't match on my VHS, which I don't really care, but the betas do. But yeah, you couldn't just get these. One night, it was late at night, I was at home and I just had one of those, gamblers know exactly what I'm talking about. We get those feelings, right? Like you play some random cards you shouldn't play, but you have a feeling, or you buy a scratcher when you're in line at the grocery store. You don't know why, but you don't argue with it. I had a feeling that I should go to Goodwill. And this is a true story. And I had 35 minutes to accomplish it. And I lived 20 minutes from Goodwill. So I had to haul ass to get there. Really, I lived 30 minutes from Goodwill. But if you speed, you can get there in 20. So I hauled ass there for some reason. I went through every one of the VHS racks. They had 10 racks, right? And they're big. So I'm going through them. Going all the way around them. I make it all the way around to the very last rack, the very last shelf on that rack. And I saw this sitting there. And I initially didn't know about this. I just saw it and I thought, oh, it's a Star Wars cut box. And I looked at it and I didn't even notice this, didn't notice any of that. I just saw it and I thought, I don't want to go home empty handed. So I grabbed it, and I think I grabbed one other tape. And then as I was walking to the car, I really focused in on that video rental library, and I was like, what? So I did a quick little Google search, and I was like, oh, so yeah. And yeah.
Kyle's reminding me of shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
God damn it.
Yep. So there it is.
Was the old man in a little, scooter, or did he have a walker?
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. There was no old man out. And not at that. They were in bed at 9 o'clock. I got there 15 minutes before it closed.
It's dangerous out there, let me tell you. My dad, who's vacationing out in California, he had to go to the hospital for a little bit because he made the mistake of going to an estate sale. And these young punks out there think they own the place, pushed them right down, trying to get to some, teacups or something, right? Know anything about that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't forget, you can hear more stories of Chris Roberts' fame over at the Retro Nonsense podcast, everywhere you get podcasts. He's got lots of cool stories hunting through estate sales, so go check that out, as well as everything 80s on the Retro Nonsense podcast. Okay, go ahead, Chris. Show us something.
All right. Well, a friend of mine was out hunting while he was on vacation, and he came across a case of these. Now, if you don't know what the Action Max is, Action Max was like this real niche console that came out that was interactive with, it was a light gun console, interacting with your VCR.
Right.
And they released a series of tapes. Well, he found a case of sealed Pops Ghostly. And actually the rescue of Pops Ghostly, but people just call it Pops Ghostly. And I've been wanting this. I have an Action Max. Now, granted, I've never actually even used it. So I think I will now just to play this. And I don't care that it's sealed because I'm going to open it. He sold it to me for $12, which was a fantastic deal. Probably about a $30 tape. Even open, I think, is that. So he was very generous, very kind. And I got me a Pops Ghostly.
It's got your hang tab on there.
It does. It has the hang tab and an unpunched hang tab. Look at that.
What?
Yeah, oh yeah. This thing is sealed. This is as sealed as it gets. He did have a little $1 sticker on there, but I peeled that off. I don't know why, but it was from the wherever thrift store. And then I hit one of my spots, and I found a couple of tapes. I really do enjoy like those made for TV specials, or like those I'm trying to find the word. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Look, drugs and the youth, the challenge. So these are like those challenge. Yeah, exactly. Kids, they were saying that. It's like, yeah, I'll do that. Where's the drugs at? But they made a lot of these warning style videos. I have another one over here somewhere that I've showed before, the Nightmare on Drug Street. So this will be another one to go to my little anti-drug propaganda or educational videos, I guess we would call it. And ironically, this one was actually rented at fucking Blockbuster. We talked about this, so I ain't going to go back over it again. But this one doesn't have the cover, but I don't care. That was in a pile. And I knew I had to have it the second I saw it. And even though when it comes to tapes like this, usually I prefer to have the slips, but sometimes I'll just take what I can get. And you ever watch The Dark Crystal?
Sure.
Little Jim Henson action. Don't really remember much about this. I mean, I saw it as a kid, probably on HBO or Showtime, something like that, whenever we had a bootleg for a little bit. And I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah, I don't have like the fondest memories of that movie.
I don't either. Matter of fact, I didn't really have the fondest memories of Fraggle Rock either, but that was another Jim Henson production, wasn't it? Fraggle Rock? You don't remember what I'm talking? Wasn't that Jim Henson? I think so. It doesn't matter. Whoever it was, it's all in that same era where the Muppets were kind of their on the top of their game at the time.
Yeah. But Farscape, that's Jim Henson sci-fi at the best.
Yeah, I have that too, but not within arm reach. And I'll show one more. I remember as a kid seeing this. This was the very first movie I ever saw that mixed animation and live action. And it blew my mind because I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't even know this was possible. This seemed like I was in the future. And granted, I wasn't in the future because it was an old movie and I didn't even know about it. But have you ever seen this movie?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, the first thing I noticed, I was like, hey, what's Ralph Furley doing in it? Because I knew him as like Ralph Furley or...
Don Knotts.
Well, right, Don Knotts, but I knew him either from Barney, from Mayberry, or Ralph Furley.
Yeah.
And but this is a cool little movie.
He gets reincarnated as a fish.
Well, he fell overboard.
Like
he fell overboard, and when he went underwater, he turns into a fish, but a cartoon fish. So once he goes over the ship, if I remember correctly, he gets knocked over the ship somehow. I don't know if somebody pushed him. I think his wife. I think maybe he was trying. Someone was trying to kill him and pushed him.
I thought he jumped because he lost a lot of money or something. Or
I thought it had something to do with his wife trying to get rid of him for another guy. I don't remember. I'm gonna watch it and I'll tell you. But somehow he gets knocked overboard. Whether he jumps or someone pushes him, whatever the case is, he ends up in the ocean, and he turns into a cartoon fish. And then by the end of the movie, I don't know if we want to spoil it, but it's a good movie.
Is that Don Bluth animation too?
You said after I throw it down there. I don't see any Don Bluth written on here, but it could be.
Okay.
Might be. I don't know. I don't see Don Bluth anywhere.
I noticed Chris has a new showing behind him, so if you can recognize in the chat, Chris.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about this one. I might have to take it off. I don't know if there's. I don't know if it's I don't know why this is on my kid's old Super Friends tape, but it's. I'm a little nervous that there might be some boobs popping up soon, so I'm probably going to switch it real quick. I don't want to get us banned. We're trying to build something here, not get a channel strike. So that's what I'm going to show for now. Let me find a tape to switch it in. You go ahead, Bill. What do you got?
Should we hit the mailbox?
Yeah, definitely. Sounds like an awesome idea.
Okay, let's see if I can do that. It's always a big pain
to go to the mailbox.
Yeah, because I gotta do this and pick the right thing, and hopefully this is up, and then. Let's see here.
Sounds like that first world problem kind of thing. Oh, that's cool.
Regular viewer Bill mailed this in. He was at the dentist, and the dentist office had this.
Love it.
Toshiba brand.
That's a nice one. I have one. Well, that's what this is right here. It's a Toshiba, but I have that exact model or something very close to it. A black one in the other room.
They have it built in to their bulkhead there, and we're not changing it. It's that's the way.
I bet. Funny thing is, they probably don't even use it anymore. But they're like, I'm not getting rid of it.
Oh, there's no dust on it, so pretty clean operation there.
Yeah. Well, they don't mess around at the dentist office. They keep things clean and tidy.
Yeah. So that was a neat find, and like you said, it's a decent unit, Toshiba.
That's a nice unit, and that I can't tell if that's a small one or a large one. But if that's a large one, that's hard to find. I don't really see no scale there. It's kind of hard to tell if that's a small unit.
Well, you see the slot for the tape. So
yeah, I guess that would be the scale, wouldn't it? You're right. That's a big unit. I think that's a 19-inch. Because look at mine. Like, okay. Right? Now go click back to that one.
Oh, yeah. Stereo speakers too.
Those are big speakers. Well, mine's in stereo as well, but that might be it. No, you know what? That's not. That's a regular size. That kind of looks like mine. Anyways, that's still really cool.
You're definitely not as big as that unit.
You think so?
No.
Well, I don't think. Okay.
You have a very small unit, so don't worry about it.
You would know.
So, guys, don't forget, if you want to send us something, you can email us at starttocontinuemail@gmail.com. Send us your VHS crap. We'll put it up. It's fun.
You know what I'm going to send you? I'm going to send you right now so you could pop this up. I'm about to... I did not tell him that. I'm gonna send you this real quick, Bill, so you could put this up. But you go ahead, show the next picture. You got another one?
Well, Matt Bandy here just threw a big wide pass, Tales from the Crypt, but we need to be more specific to get your $5 winning from Chris Roberts on that one, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Come on, we're
on.
talking big money here. Let me send you
I don't want to flood the show too much with too much mail. So
I don't really have a problem with mail because we got to let our viewers be a part of the show, Bill.
Well, Chris Roberts did not use the start to continue mail at gmail.com. So
no.
I
Is that going to be harder for you?
I can't put it on.
Okay, hold on. I'll email it to you, you prick.
Guys, there is an email. Just send us an email, start to continue mail at gmail.com, and we'll show your stuff on here and talk about it. It's funny when Bill sent that thing from the dentist office because my kid's orthodontist office has 3 GameCubes set up. That's when they set up their office, was when GameCube was the big deal. So they're still rocking GameCubes.
That is pretty awesome, though.
Well,
okay, now start to continue all written out. Start to continue at Gmail, right? Start to continue mail at gmail.com.
There you go.
All right, it's on the way.
Okay.
Well, it's going to take a second, but Anyway, yes. So what else you got? You got another mail?
No, I can show you more tapes though.
Well, let me see what you got until my email gets to you, because you're all the way up in Canada.
Then take control. I'm giving Chris Roberts directorial control of the show. So
okay, well,
now Chris Roberts said for some reason I have to buy these things whenever they show up.
You should.
I don't know why.
Because they're fun. Some of them. Yeah, Richard Simmons is probably the most common. That and what's her name? The chick that was married to Ted Turner. What's her name? Jane Fonda. That one's a very popular one as well. But so you will come across Richard Simmons a lot.
But you said some of these could be worth some. That's on your.
Some of them could, not the Richard Simmons ones, but there are some that could be worth something. Especially like, well, if you find that horror workout? I think it's horror workout or something like that.
Yeah,
that's the one you really want to find. But that's the one you find and you send to me.
So it's funny. That's the Good Times, right? Release, which is why we had barely any tape stock.
Right, that's garbage.
And then here's another one found.
Sweat to the Oldies, Part 3.
That's the big one. Sweating to the Oldies.
Oh yeah, he was big. That was when he made it. Look at those short shorts.
He's got some real tracks on there too. Real music. Born to Be Wild.
Do you think those are real licensed, or you think those are all covers? Those got to be covers, right?
Oh my God! I don't know.
Please tell me he sings them.
But this was that was his big tape, Sweating to the Oldies. I don't know how many of those he did.
I don't know, but I think I've seen up to 4 or 5. I don't know. He put out a lot.
So that's HGV, which is I believe a Canadian distributor. And you get a little bit more tape, I think. That's the goods right there. Sweating to the Oldies, Roman numeral 3. That means it's super good.
Well, that means it's classy.
These kind of, if they're there, I might as well grab them.
Yeah.
The big Stallone
those are cool tapes, man. That's something, you throw on the background while you're sitting there doing something else. Those are fun. I you know what? That might be my favorite Wesley Snipes role. I think he's just off the charts awesome in that movie.
I couldn't remember if I had this as part of the 500 tapes or not.
I don't remember it either, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was in your 500 tapes, but still worth picking up.
Yeah, and I mean, it was at the cheap rate of, I don't know,
the $5 for $1 or whatever.
No, I don't think it was that cheap because this was video time. He doesn't go crazy.
He doesn't go that cheap. Oh, okay.
He doesn't go crazy.
Well,
he'll see $1 and everything. And then
now you guys in the Cartridge Club, you tend to like the Judge Dredd, right? Or do you like that remake Dredd?
I like the remake, yeah.
The remake,
yeah, for sure.
Okay. I haven't seen the remake. I saw the original Judge Dredd, and I didn't remember really caring for it that much.
No, it's not. No, it's nothing to go crazy about.
Yeah,
but,
I didn't think it was that good.
That's a hard R on this one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, let's do a couple more, and then you're gonna have to check your email because that has gone through.
Okay, check this one out. I didn't know anything about it, but I love the case. It's got this big old clamshell.
The Coca-Cola Kid.
The Coca-Cola Kid.
I would have grabbed that. I've never seen it, so I would have grabbed that for sure. That looks like one of those sex comedies, maybe.
He's got the broad and the Coke right there.
What do you think he's going to do with that bottle? Eric Roberts is in it? No relation.
Eric Roberts is the Coca-Cola Kid, guys.
Man, that's cool, dude. I would have definitely grabbed that. That's definitely a Matt Bandy pickup right there.
Is it?
Oh, for sure. He really finds those sex tapes.
I think this was like a regular movie. I don't think it was like a blue
softcore
movie.
Porn. No, I don't think that, but I think one of those deals where, you know,
it is rated R.
Well, there was probably some boobs in it.
Maybe we'll put that on in the background.
Maybe.
That up, and then yeah, look at that. North Star Home Video.
Wow.
Gets the main sticker here.
Screw those guys.
Then we have a hasty market there. And then it went over here to that's the Be Kind Rewind.
Yeah, I hate Rob Snyder, Kevin. There's really nothing I like him in. That's a cool little sticker there, Bill. Sorry, I was reading some of our comments here. I do remember it being terrible. The dread actually came to my soul when I watched it. Almost. What does it say? It kind of got a little blurry there.
This was something video rentals.
Yeah, it's not happening. There you go. McCraig?
Yeah, I never heard of this.
Do you have an Irishman up there, McCraig?
I don't know. And so that was Coca-Cola Kid.
Well, we got some debates. Rocket thinks the old dread's better than the new one. Splash, that's a classic.
Splash, and this is not the Disneyized one. You're going to get to see some butt on this tape.
Yeah, I would have picked that up for sure.
Maybe some boobs. Look at.
Yeah, it did show her her tits, or I mean nipples or something. Whatever.
Got some ephemera here.
Oh yeah, send it in to some Canadian place to send you some maple syrup.
Am I supposed to be offended by that?
I don't know. Are you? Who doesn't like maple syrup?
Chris Roberts loves his tabs. Proof of purchase tab there.
That's cool, man. Well, that's what you need to send in if you want to get the syrup. So you got to send in 5 of those.
Look at. Yeah, I thought that was a big reel, but it's no, it's good.
No, it's good.
Finally, for this round, couldn't resist some Monty Python Life of Brian.
Yeah.
With the drawn animation on there. It's great.
Yeah, that's really cool.
As I was looking through these, he still wanted to sell me 2 boxes worth of VHS. He said, just $20 a box. You can have them.
Yeah, that's what they always do. Please take them.
Yeah.
Please. When they come out real aggressive, $20, that's a great deal. And then when they see like you have no interest in it at all, you get to see that confidence just drain right out of their body along with their color.
Yeah.
They know they're never getting rid of them.
That's all the stuff I got from Video Time.
All right, check that mail. Don't pop it up yet. See if it came. I'll set up the story real quick.
Okay. I thought you were directing.
Well, you're going to be on the main screen here, so I don't know what you're. I can't get into your email. Okay, I do. I can. Okay, there it is. I didn't see it pop up already. Okay, so to set this up, there's this podcast, really cool podcast about kind of watching old movies, but on VHS. It's called VHS Snacking. The S is kind of borrowed, so it's like VH Snacking. And they go over, like, let's say any random movie that they happen to like, they'll watch it and then discuss it. And, they do some, rental store tie-ins, things like that. Just cool stuff. But they happen to mention a prank that kind of happens within the VHS community, about sending one of your buddies just a box of tapes. And when they open up the tape, when they open up the box, you know, it'll look like this. You know what I mean? So poor Matt, he got because he got home. I'm trying to put in the other one, buddy. So he got home and he saw he had a package for me. That's the other crap that I actually kept. But he came home and he got a package for me, and I knew he must have got there because I got a text message from him that simply said, "I hate you," and so he got home and he thought he had a nice little care package from his good old buddy, and what he ended up getting was the next picture. If you want to pop that one up,
you only sent me one picture.
I only sent one. Oh, well, never mind. I thought I sent both of them. Well, anyways, that's what he got. So essentially, let me see. I'll just pop it up. We'll do it Commando style.
These
here.
goddamn Americans, they're able to send packages like that as jokes. Meanwhile, in Canada, that would have cost $50 to send out.
Yeah. So he opened that up
as a joke.
Yeah, $5. I mean, it cost me $2 for the tapes because they're $5 a tape, or 5 for 1 there. So it cost me $2, and then it cost me like, I don't know, 4 something to send it. So let's just say $5. It was a $7 prank. That's a great prank.
Great prank.
And he said he just said the life just sucked out of his body when he opened it up. And
what was the looks you were getting when you were purchasing them?
Nothing. They don't care. I thought for sure they would look at me like, "What the hell are you doing?" The guy rang out. He didn't even care. He just stuck. You want it in a bag? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Look, he's like, he even packaged it nice. I did. I wrapped it up. I didn't want to tip it off. I just wanted you to like open it up and be happy, and that's what you got. He said his wife thought it was hilarious, laughed at him. I should have contacted her ahead of time so she could have recorded it. That was the only flaw in the prank. I didn't even think about it to have her record it, you know. That would have been so great because then we could have put it on the channel. Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, but that would have been good.
But Matt got. So
that would have been a $50 prank for us in Canada if I sent something like that.
Hey, you Kevin. Cheap bastard. Send Kevin some tapes.
Actually, I shouldn't say it on the show, but in the month of October, Canada Post has given us 1 free shipment within Canada every Tuesday.
Oh, now's your chance.
You won't be taped, though. It'll be something way worse. I'll send them.
Yeah.
All right. Chris Roberts, anything else you want to wow us with?
Yeah. So one thing I always look out for is like head cleaners, but I prefer the dry ones because typically I don't have like, the little secret sauce that you put on it, even though I know you can just use like, rubbing alcohol or whatever. But this one was really neat. It kind of caught my eye. It has a real old school vibe to it. So it has like the old rental store case. It has the little rainbow going on there. And I don't know. I just really like the aesthetics of this. And I mean, they didn't even put it still has all the ephemera. It still has the stickers, which I guess Kevin would argue that's not ephemera. But they didn't even care to put it on the tape. They claimed they only used it twice.
I actually marked it. That's funny.
Yeah, so they only used it twice. And look at it, gives you the instructions of where to put the stickers. If you need instructions of where to put these stickers that fit the shapes, you're in trouble. But look, it even has a limited warranty. Look at that. So I could send this in and maybe they'll still honor that. I don't see no expiration.
Who's the manufacturer?
Effective 90 days. Okay, so I guess it is expired. Dishwasher, the same people who did my my record cleaner. Remember we gave away one, or we gave away one on the vinyl show, and I had 2 of them. That's
cool.
I still kept the other ones. Dishwasher. So they were that's who manufactured it, but Scotch is who distributed it. So it's kind of cool little collab there, I guess.
Yeah. I think the jury's still out whether those work or not, but
dude, they do. I could tell you for a fact they do, because I had a VCR that was giving me a little bit of problems. It was popping, a little bit of tracking issues. I popped that in there, played it a couple times, pulled it out. Not that particular one, but one just like it. Another Scotch brand, by the way. Put it in there, ran it a couple times, and it's pretty good. And this one's a little sentimental. This is a tape that's been sitting around my house for a while. Apparently on June 8th, 1990, my grandparents, they used to like to go to this place of like a senior citizen area, but they would go there they would dance, and there was people there. It was called the Old Time Fiddlers Club. So it'd be like kind of old timey, country music, I guess they would play. And they had a live band, and they would all just dance around and stuff. I used to go with them sometimes as a kid. I would never dance, but I used to steal money out of the wishing well. Oh. There was like a wishing well in the back, and there was money in there. So I'd take it out because there was a soda machine there. And it was the old kind with like the little tiny bottles. So I'd get out, like 30 cents or something, and I'd stick it in there and get me a soda, even though they would have bought me one. But it was, it was kind of fun.
Wow.
I stole the wishes. I stole them. Well, their wish. I wished I had a soda. So, anyways, it was just a little recording, and it was really cool, man. It got me a little choked up to see them out there dancing and stuff. It was weird to see. It's been so long since I've seen either one of them, and they kind of see them in that element and just having a good time. And my grandfather, I could tell he probably had a couple drinks, because sometimes they would go out. So some of the seniors, one of them, they would have like a bar in their trunk. They would go out there and pop the trunk, and there'd be booze in there. So I guarantee you he went out there and had a couple of drinks, because he looked like he was on one a little bit. He's hooting and hollering and stuff, having a good time. It was his birthday, so fuck it.
Where did you get that tape from?
It was just I had it.
Okay, you didn't lose it and find it again.
No, I mean, in a way, I forgot it. Kind of, it's been a while since I thought of it, but there's an area in another part of the house that still has like VHS. There's an entertainment center. They had an old CRT in it back when it was a new CRT, and you had a little door you could open on the side. There'd be movies in, VHS style. So that's how old it was. It fit CRTs and VHS on the side.
Yeah.
I went out there and opened it because I thought, I know there's some home recordings in there. And I saw that one. I was like, oh, okay, I got to pop that on. And it was just pretty cool, seeing them dancing and talking. And it's funny because, they'll switch partners and stuff, So, and, grandpa looking like a big old pimp out there with like a younger old lady. And, you know what I mean? I was just like, man, look at him go. He would have been a playboy had he been single, man. He was a good man, but I could tell he was a catch, He's a catch for sure. Like those chicks were like, oh yeah, I'm dancing with it. Because there were some other guys in there. You're like, look at that old fucker with his, back all jacked up. My grandpa's out there all big and strong looking. I was pretty proud of him. And then here's something I got too, because if you want this, you better, eventually it's going to drop back down, I know, but like the DVDs and the Blu-rays have really gone nuts. I've sold a couple of these DVDs. We lost Norm McDonald recently. So the DVDs have shot up to like the 40 range, and I had like 3 of them. So I sold 2 of them and I kept one. And but I didn't have the VHS, and it sucks is like I passed on this before, so it ended up costing me a little bit. I mean, I paid $9 for it shipped, so I'm not too broken up over it. But and it was free because I sold the DVDs. But man, it's in really good shape. Still has the plastic on it, and I'm sure later on I'll find it for a quarter and be like, why did I buy it? But I don't care. I wanted to get it in case it really shot up high, because there was actually only 3. Yeah, Dirty Work on DVD. You don't even, the Blu-ray is like $100.
Jesus.
So, yeah. So good luck with that one. If you find it, you found yourself something good. And here's something too. Like this is one of those movies that I don't have, but if I find it now, at least got the box. So I found this for a couple of bucks, and just one of those skater movies from the 80s. It's awesome. Yeah. But it's only just a clip. So I definitely need somebody out there with a naked tape they want to get rid of. Let me know.
Where'd you find that?
It had another movie in it. it had the wrong movie in it. So I'm just like, hey, this isn't the right movie, but can I buy this? And you're like, well, did you look through the other one? I was like, yes, of course I did. I went through every tape you had. You do not have this movie, but I want the box. And like, you can just have it. And I was like, I'll give you $1. So I gave him $1, just like, because that's what they were selling the tapes for. It's like, I don't mind paying the price. So I gave him $1 for it.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know last week you showed off some like old wedding videos, personal wedding videos from strangers.
Yeah.
Did you get to take a look at any of them yet?
I looked a little bit of one. It's been a really busy week, but it started off looking good. I'm very happy with the beginning. So I don't want to, maybe next week or the next show, we'll put one on the TV here. I need to screen it to make sure there's no nudity, but maybe
don't forget, guys, too, we're accepting submissions. You have cool VHS stuff.
Yes, please.
You want us to transfer off and get on YouTube or something like that?
Yeah.
Drop us a line and we'll, because now I have the ability to transfer via HDMI, the highest quality you can get, and get this stuff on YouTube. So if you got some weird, wacky stuff that you don't know what to do with, we'll do something with it.
Absolutely. And I mean, even if, the shipping is an issue because, he's in Canada, I'm in America, we got you covered on both fronts. So if you're in Canada, go to Bill. You're in America, go to me, whatever. I can get it to him. I can dub it off just the same. We'll figure it out, but we'll get your stuff uploaded. And we're looking for cool commercials. We're looking for weird things that haven't been seen in a while, especially like during the Halloween time, like WGN and some of these big stations, they would have like Halloween specials. It'd be like their local cast or whatever, or they'd bring people on like Grandpa Munster and stuff like that. Would definitely love to find any of that stuff. That stuff is really cool. My holy grail, though, would be a tape full of old Joe Bob Briggs, but not when he was on Monster Vision. Even though that's cool too, I want the stuff when it was Joe Bob's Drive-In back when he was on the movie channel. That's the real gold, because that's when he was rated R. And Skinemax is fine too. We can't upload that stuff. So
I'll tell you, I just heard of another holy grail that's out there that someone has, and they don't know about it. I was listening to the Grateful Dead channel on Sirius, as I normally do every day. And they were talking about a concert, a New Year's Eve concert they did. I forget what year it was, but it was televised on PBS, and it was broadcasting quad, which was interesting. So it had quadraphonic sound on PBS, and no video tapes exist of this. Official tapes exist of it. You can't tell me a fan didn't tape that.
Yeah. Are you sure it was? Somebody's home. They brought their own VHS camcorder.
Yeah, so look through your tapes. I'm sure.
And even if it's those 8mm ones too, we're down with that too. Because I have the conversion that will convert it. Like I have a tape that looks like a VHS, and you open it up and you stick those little, those little 8mm tapes that went into the Sony camcorders. Well, it was pretty standard for a while and a lot of them, but Sony, I think, produced them. But those little micro tapes.
Right.
8mm, and you could put them in a VHS. Well, actually, you know what? I even have the 8mm VCR.
Yeah.
I have that too. I actually have the 8mm VCR, which I found at the swap meet for a few bucks. And I was just like, wow, that's cool. Because we had one of those camcorders that had that. So I was watching some of our old Christmas tapes and stuff like that on it, which was pretty neat.
Okay.
Kind of a blast. But,
yeah. Now, let me interject for a second. Chris Roberts is mixing up his formats a little bit because VHS did have a smaller version called VHS-C, and that's the one you could put in what looked like a VHS tape, and it would expand the tape into fitting a full VHS tape. Now, 8mm was different. There was low 8 and high 8.
Low 8 and high 8. High 8. I do have a high 8 converter, though.
That won't go in a VCR.
It fits into a VHS tape.
That's probably the VHS-C you're thinking of.
Well,
that goes into.
I can't reach it, but I might prove you wrong in the next episode. I don't think I can reach it, Bill.
As his whole tripod and everything goes for a tumble as he tries to prove you wrong.
I think it's right here, man. I'm telling you.
Try it. Those are different formats, though.
All right. Well, hey, whatever he said, if you got that, send it. You're lucky, Bill, because I can't reach it. It's down there at the bottom. I see it. Hold on.
I know.
Go ahead. Cover me.
Please give us some butt crack. He might give us some butt crack here. But yeah, those are different formats. So I can't see how 8 mil would work on a VCR, but I'd be happy to be proved wrong anytime. Well, while he's doing that, I'm going to take a second and show you a VHS adjacent. Still more VHS, but I was happy to find this at the old thrift store today. Look at this. Tora on Blu-ray. And they had actually put this in the wrong spot. This was in with the books because it's kind of like a book. You got like a book in here. And then the one Blu-ray tape. So very happy to find that Tora on Blu-ray. That's good times.
All right, Bill. You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
Oh,
but you're right. But I still do have the VCR that'll play it though.
That's
so
great.
It doesn't matter. We're covered on both ends. Is the point?
That's great.
I can still convert it off of that one. But yeah, you're right. It is a VHS-C.
Yeah, they're neat, man. They pop right into like a VHS tape, and then the batteries, expand the tape over the whole where it travels. They're pretty neat.
Yeah, it is really cool. I've used it once back in the day because we did have somebody gave us one of these tapes or something, and I found this. Well, I had my own, but this is actually something I bought at a thrift store. But it's pretty cool. You just pop it right in there, and somehow through magic, it works.
Actually, I have a VHS-C tape here that I don't remember what I recorded on it, but I have no way to play it out.
So you pull this down, and then when you stick it in there, those little reels pop up and pull your tape up.
And that's not even battery powered. That's cool.
No, it's all mechanical. It's Maxwell.
Maxell.
Yeah, well, whatever. Maxell. Yeah. Maxwell, who the hell knows the difference?
Nailing them. It's the greatest.
That's okay. I don't care. Whatever makes you feel better. You got to get those little victories.
That's true. I do.
I don't care. Whatever.
Don't get them a lot on the vinyl show. Might as well use it on the VHS show.
But I do have that little VCR. It is not in this room, so I can't show it. But I can show it next week or next episode.
That's a good find.
It's really cool. It actually came with the camcorder too. I've never tested it because it was a little bigger than the one. Mike, I had the small one that fit in your palm. This one was like first gen, so it was still a little bit bigger. It still fit in your palm, but it was just a little bit bigger. But I only bought it for the deck, and it even came in like this Money in the Bank briefcase. You know what I mean? I don't even know if you get that reference, but the wrestling fans will know. But okay, I'll tell you quick, Bill. There's a match where on the top of a ladder or at the top of the ring, there's this briefcase, and you got to climb up. And if you get it, you can cash in at any time to be the world champion. All right. So this was the VHS Money in the Bank briefcase, and it had that little player in it, and it works good. I was like, man, I was really happy with it. I think I got the whole thing for like $4 or $5. I was ecstatic.
It's good to have.
Yeah. But here's something else. So I've mentioned lunch meat a lot, and I think Matt actually showed this on the last vinyl show, but I got my copy of lunch meat. I believe they refer to these as zines, I guess. I don't know what the difference between a zine and a magazine is, but I just call it a magazine.
I guess because they self-publish it, maybe?
Is that the difference? I really don't know. But it's
like
really
you have
cool.
to mail for that, right? Mail away?
Well, you buy it on their website.
Yeah.
It's not that old-fashioned. But it's pretty cool because, like in the back, like Matt actually talked about it, but there's a little article in the back about, maintaining your VCRs and stuff like that. And this one shows like some weird like VHS ephemera that came if you bought certain stuff. And there's some interviews in here and some reviews of particular movies. And it's just neat. And I really like supporting these guys because I feel like they put a lot into their products, into their shirts, into their VHSs that they release. And they're just good guys. So they're good by me. They're good with me, and they'll get my money for sure. And I actually had mentioned the series that they do called Meet the VHS Collector. That's on the VHS Surfer channel, and it's like the S is borrowed, shared, so it's VH Surfer, I guess. But they released them on tape, so I got volume 1 and 2. I actually missed out on Volume 1 when it was originally released, but the man himself, the VHS surfer, tracked me down a copy at a convention or a little tape swap he was at. I don't know, somebody brought it to him and he or saw somebody selling it or whatever, but he gave it to me at the original cost, so it didn't like no upcharge. And these things have a decent resale value to them, but I didn't buy for that. But you know, they just interview little collectors and they ask them a series of questions and stuff like that, and they do it in real VHS format. It's pretty neat. Wow. It's pretty cool.
Well, not that I don't know, but for the audience's benefit that may not know, what is this VHS Surfer? It was a show?
It's a YouTube channel called VHS Surfer. And like I said, that the S is shared, so it's VH Surfer. Okay. But it's all one word. The series is called Meet the VHS Collector, and each of the episodes is anywhere from like 10 to 20 minutes. And it's basically an interview. You don't actually hear the interviewer. You just have the people, like, you know, they're just answering the questions, but the question will kind of pop up on the screen. But it has like tracking issues and a little graininess added. It's really neat. You know, they really get the VHS aesthetic down really, really tight on that channel. So it's pretty cool. And it's a criminally underrated channel. I'm shocked that he doesn't have more subs, because it's nothing else like it on YouTube, and I dig it. I always look forward to the new episodes.
Well, it's like us having YouTube's only VHS live chat.
Yeah. It's exactly the same thing.
Did you want me to show something?
Yeah. Go ahead. You do that. Your turn.
Okay. You taking over?
Yeah. There you go.
This is for my buddy Matt Bandy right here. I should have put this on in the background. I was thinking.
Yeah, those are good. Is that your first copy? Because I have like 5 of those.
Yeah, first copy on VHS.
Well, welcome to the party, pal.
Now, is this an original pressing, would you say? Did the cover change?
As far as I know, that's the only pressing I ever come across is that Columbia House pressing.
Really? You haven't seen different covers than this one?
I haven't, but I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm saying I that's the only one I come across is the Columbia one. I think it looks awesome. So I don't even want the other one.
I love it. Yeah, this would be a great poster too. I love the art on there. And there it is in all of its glory. Oh, it looks like the tape got some ridges there. You know, where the tape got misaligned.
Got a little loose there, huh?
That could be tracking issues when you go to play this.
Yeah, you can like rewind it and fast forward it, and sometimes that helps adjust it, like eject it, do a couple things, you know. Oh,
yeah. I still need a standalone rewinder. That's on my shopping list. And you guys know when I did the big 500 tapes, I did keep a lot of war movies because I do love my war movies, and a lot of them had Gregory Peck in it, but we didn't have this one, I don't think. Gregory Peck as MacArthur. It's a pretty good war movie. I love the artwork on here. Again. Chris Roberts does not share my affinity for war movies.
I'm trying to invite somebody in the thing, but I'm having trouble I do like war movies. I was trying to invite somebody. They're going to pop in here, and I was having a little bit of technical difficulties, but you can cover for me here like I do for you all the time.
Well, Barry on Mars said he did see today a Willow with a different cover, because I thought like this was
I haven't seen it. I'm not saying it don't exist. Let's keep that clear. I just haven't seen it. That's the one I always come across.
Let's just keep that clear. And I've talked about this before, that in the 500 tapes we did round out the James Bond stuff, but they were all the James Bond collector box editions, which I'm not so keen on as much as I am these standalone editions, because I love the artwork just so much better than the set artwork. Got a nice action shot there. Flare gun. Russia with love font.
Yeah, that's really cool, man.
Number 1135. Getting it on with the lady and a gun. And this is from, I talked earlier, this joint, $2 a tape. I don't know what country they're living in. That's expensive. That's freaking expensive.
Well, it depends, or it's a crazy steal, right? I mean,
yeah,
if it's
true.
something rare, it's you got over.
Well, Chris Roberts talked me into this hobby because of the $5 a tape thing. That is so fun to take advantage of, but some stores are a little expensive.
Well, that's where you got to haggle, Bill.
With this is like a franchise thrift store. There's no with the part-timer at the catch?
I have haggled at Walmart. So
I know you have.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
I did find as well on beta Octopussy today at this store. On beta had great artwork. Opened it up, mold in here.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't think it'd be worth the $2 to get it, although the cover was just stunning on its own.
You know, I've seen a couple of how-tos recently on how to get the mold out. I mean, it's a little bit of work, but I mean, unless it's a rare tape, I really wouldn't put I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I couldn't see how there's an easy way to do that. And it was beta, but it was in a VHS box. Like they shaped the beta box to be the exact same size as the VHS. I didn't realize it was beta until I took the tape out. So they had like a gap in here at the top. It was nice. You want me to keep going?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Sorry.
He's got 1,000 tapes behind him, but he wants me to keep going.
Yeah, I'm trying to invite somebody, but I screwed up right now. Dang it.
Well, we talked before about Retro Fandango and the movies they have got us to watch in the past, and I think this was one of their terrible movies that they got us to watch in the past. And when I saw it on VHS, I thought, oh, I better grab this. I don't know how many copies of this there are. No Retreat, No Surrender. That's Jean-Claude right there.
I actually come across that a lot.
Oh, do you?
Surprisingly, I'm glad you got it. It's a cool little action flick. But I see it more than you would think.
Big time fighting there going on. And then again, well, there's your HGV, so it's Canadian distributor again. So Chris Roberts doesn't like that, but he's not used to seeing that on the tape, HGV. And it looks like it's, SLP. Didn't use a lot of tape on there.
Yeah, that's
not a good version.
No.
But yeah, and Tlees, they use these stickers, which are freaking impossible to get off. It is so frustrating. Was Bandy a big fan of this? Is that what he's talking about? No Retreat, No Surrender? Or MacArthur? I think he was more of a MacArthur fan, right? Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. And like I said before, massive Clint Eastwood dump at this thrift store. So it was Clint Eastwood crazy. And if you guys remember when I was going through the 500, Kevin says it was Vox that made us watch that. When I went through the 500, there was a lot of Clint Eastwoods. And I'm sure I got one of these, but I couldn't remember which one. And I don't think it was this cover in particular. These covers, this series, Every Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can.
Yeah, I like that. That looks good. That's good cover art.
Yeah, look at that cover art, man. I think maybe this one I had already. Do you remember? But I don't remember if this was the cover.
I think you did, because I do remember talking about, Right Turn Clyde deal.
Right. Yeah, and I didn't realize there was two of them. You told me there was two of them.
Yeah, that's Any Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can. I think Any Which Way You Can was the sequel.
Well, he meets Clyde in this one, which is Loose. And then here we have the sequel. Love that cover. Look at Clyde there.
Awesome.
Love that font. It'll knock you out. Sandra Locke appears in both of them too. She's in a lot of Clint Eastwood for a while. Or he was in a lot of Sandra Locke. I don't know which way it goes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, dude. Do me a favor. I'm trying to do this behind the scenes. Send Matt an invite. I can't do it. I tried to send him on Instagram, and I ended up changing my password by accident because when I was copying and pasting, I pasted instead of copying, and I'm kind of pissed off right now. And I was gonna send it to him on Twitter, and he's not on Twitter, so I'm like, I'm not logged in on Instagram on this damn computer. So that's what I've been trying to do the last couple of minutes, and it's like, fuck, I'm at the point where I have to reset my password. So thanks for deleting the account, Matt. You could have just left it up and ignored it. Thanks, Matt.
That is very true.
I don't know his email, Rocket. Okay, I don't know all that shit. I know his phone number, but I'm not able to do it without checking out of this damn conversation like I have been for the last few minutes.
I just got to put it in the chat. Okay? If you get some randos, deal with it.
Okay, well, then there you go. Put it in the chat.
Like we always said, if you want to be on the show, you're certainly welcome.
I didn't even think to do that. All right, now we know. There you go, Matt. Click the link.
But yeah, Bandy, he could have just left that thing up and ignored everyone.
Right, damn it. It would have been so much easier.
So there you go. Yeah, Matt Bandy, there's your link. You can call in. Anyone can call in.
Anybody can. If you got a new tape you want to show, call in, because I'm down to my last two. So we got some time to fill. I mean, I have tons, but of my pickups. So
his last two. Give me a break. I see your Instagram. You have 60 new tapes a day on there.
Well, but some of them aren't show worthy. And some of them get put away, and I'm not going through all the trouble.
This is what I'm talking about. He invites me to show all the tapes I have.
Because that's all you have.
Because he wants to make fun of my pedigree.
You ain't got top-notch stuff like I do, Bill. You got bottom-notch.
I'm working on it.
You got the middle notch. Every now and then you'll pull out something good, but you know.
Do you want me to keep going?
No. I will give my grand finale here, and then maybe Bill,
finale.
Matt will come in, and then we'll go to that. So, Sleepaway Camp is pretty solid. You don't like it?
Well, you must experience it, but it doesn't make it a good movie.
I think it's pretty good. The first one. I don't think the sequels are good for movie's sake. I think
acting.
Yeah, it has that whole softball scene. Where else would they put that in a middle of a slasher?
The mustache.
Well, that was reshoots, man. The guy shaved it off. What were they supposed to do? But that's what makes it great, man. To go back and watch it again and see that they just painted a mustache on the guy who had a mustache instead of that guy possibly just shaving his mustache.
It must be seen. Actually, the gore scenes were pretty.
I think it has excellent setups to the kills, and I think it has a pretty good payoff. I don't think it's a terrible movie at any rate. No way. I mean, obviously the ending isn't as PC as it could be. I mean, you probably would get canceled with making a movie like that.
You can't get that out of your head. So that's you can say it's brilliant because you don't get that out of your head for a long time.
And I think it was a pretty good twist.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you see that coming at all. Like you might have been able to guess who the killer was, maybe, but you wouldn't have guessed the reason the killer was the killer. You know what I mean? So, anyway, so I had this lower, like this is definitely a low quality version. This is Anchor Bay. This I think this is a step up over the Video Treasures. There's 3 different versions that I know of, and I think this is the middle one. The cover actually is pretty similar to the premium cover, but anyway, so this is the one I've had. It was given to me as a gift, and I was happy with it. But there was this guy on Instagram who I kind of stumbled across because somebody kind of recommended them in his stories that he was selling some tapes, and his pictures are god awful. I mean, this guy needs to seriously invest in a light bulb, because I mean, you can't see anything. It's all dark and it's grainy, and I'm like taking the picture and screenshotting it and putting it on my phone and then adjusting the brightness so I can see better. I mean, it takes work to buy something from this guy. And even when you want to buy something, he's like, well, here it is. I'm like, yeah, could you show something other than the spine? Can you send me a couple pictures? But he sent me the premium copy and I stole it from him. I mean, it was his price, so I'm, you know, it is what it is. But I'm gonna probably clean that up a little bit, put a little Goo Gone right here. That'll come right off. I mean, I wish whoever had it would have left the sticker on, but it looks like it had a sticker on a sticker, like, because it has the circle sticker and then there's a rectangle. So I don't know, it was layered there, but that'll come off really easy. And this is great. It's got the bottom flap, Bill. You should pay attention to this. This is a big deal. So when you have a media tape, the earlier ones came with these little bottom flaps, or maybe all of them did. And some of the stores, they would cut them right off, or they would wear off, you know, home use. So yeah, and this was a rental, so it's shocking that it made it, really, to be honest. I mean, it's got all the little tabs. It's got it all. It's got all the flaps.
Well,
and
that box, the tape mustn't have been in the box at the rental. You know, they just had the box as the display.
Right. And that's probably where this sticker comes into play. This was probably the store sticker right here. And underneath was probably a horror sticker or the number or whatever. Because it's definitely two stickers. Yeah, there's definitely two stickers going on there. Because you see a circle and a rectangle there.
All right.
So it was a sticker on a sticker.
I love that part of the cover too, where it has it is a kid's handwriting.
Yes.
That is a kid's handwriting with doing that letter. That's so cool.
Yeah. It's really cool, man. Again, this isn't the greatest horror movie by no means, but I really like it. And you could read the whole letter on the back. And
I didn't know the letter was on the back too.
Yeah, they put on this version it is. This other version, let me double check. Yeah, the other one just has like some generic writing and a couple of screenshots. This guy is a huge perv, man. Like, that's another character that wouldn't survive in this. You know what I mean? He would have been like the first to be murdered because he was essentially a pedophile. Well, I don't think essentially about it. He was going to be a pedophile. Just didn't get a chance. And then, this is the coveted silver media label. It's got a little Be Kind Rewind. And it had a couple other stickers. Again, if you got stickers on your tapes, leave them alone, man. Don't mess with them.
Except when they're Talese thrift store stickers.
Well, thrifts, yeah. I mean, I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking like if they're original rental store stickers, leave them on because, man, it just adds to it. But this thing is in really nice condition. I'd put it on, but it has a lot of breasts and wieners, so we can't show that. Bill would have his channel destroyed over it and wouldn't be worth it. But yeah, this is my big score, man. I'm really happy to have it. And I will be selling this one. I'll be selling this inferior copy to basically pay for this one.
Who did you say was the inferior copies distributor?
I would say the lowest of the low would be the Video Treasures.
What's that one you're holding now?
Anchor Bay.
Anchor Bay.
This is kind of a middle of the road one.
Yeah,
this was also a former blockbuster. Well, I just mean as far as the 3 goes. We had him and we lost him. What happened?
That's okay. He'll be back.
He'll be back. Come on back, Matt. You were there. We were about to pop you in. Yeah, I'm not saying Anchor Bay is bad. I'm just saying as far as the 3, this is the middle. Video Treasures is basically a direct ripoff of this cover, I think, and it just says Video Treasures here. They do the same thing with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It has that same thing at the bottom. When you look at them, you got the media and then you got the Video Treasures, and they're very similar. Right. One's a little further back and the face a little bit. You see how at the bottom media and then the Video Treasures, and the backs are similar too. I mean, they put no effort in Video Treasures. They're garbage.
So,
but sometimes it's all you can get. You just
have the sequel to.
Oh yeah, of course I do. Any true collector does, Bill.
Well, show us. I want to show you before you show that. I missed this on the From Russia with Love here. There is a sticker. This is a cool sticker. We like showing stickers. You can look for your sequels.
Oh, I don't have to look for them. They're right here. But go ahead.
Bravo Video. Oh, it's so flashy. And this came from, you can't see it, but Jamaica, New York. And somehow ended up all the way up here in a thrift store. So I find that pretty crazy. Oh,
wait, well, 1 second, Matt. Let's let him finish here. I just wanted to get you in the stream. You're in.
That's what happens when you let Chris Roberts take over.
Well, I didn't think it was going to take over the whole screen. I thought it was just adding them to it, but
it's okay.
Okay, there you go.
Hey,
anyways, hey, buddy. Sorry, man. I was having trouble getting you in, but
it's okay.
I believe it was Rocket that talked about the
sequel,
the little sequel teaser. So here you got part 2. This is also this is an Anchor Bay as well. I think they just took them over. I don't think there's a media version of this one. I'll have to look into it, but I don't think there is. But you got your Sleepaway Camp. It's got the little teaser with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Jason, and Freddy Glove. I think it's a serviceable sequel. I mean, it's not great, but I enjoyed it. It's kind of fun. I remember. So see this scene right here with this chick's getting stuffed into the crapper.
Oh.
My friend's little sister got her mom to rent it for her and her cousin. And one morning, I got up early and I go into the living room because I had stayed the night too. It was basically we all crashed over there on the weekends during this stretch of life. And when I come in the living room, like it was on, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Watch a little horror movie at 7:00 on a Saturday morning, and her mom comes in. She didn't really quite know what she rented for her, so she comes in, and that scene came on where the chick is just getting rammed into this crapper, and her mom's just like, "My God, Monica, that is horrible. That is so horrible." And she was like so hurt. Like just the hurt in her voice was great. I was like, dude, that was awesome, man. I went back in the other room because I didn't want to catch any of the heat. I was like, I didn't do it. So I got the hell out of there. But and then here's part 3. This was also a former rental. This one's a little bit sun faded. I don't know if it comes across in the on camera here, but it's a tad bit sun faded, but not bad. Not enough that bothers me or nothing like that. But it's another good one.
A rap death.
Rap death. I don't really remember that scene, but it sounds familiar. But this one's, it's good. There's a couple different actresses. The 2 sequels have the same actress. The original one just has that young actress. They didn't bring her back for the sequels. The great thing though is she's just so happy that she was in it. Like I've seen her in interviews, and she just said it was just a great time in her life, and the kids at school were, like everybody, like she was like little famous for it, and now that she does the circuit, right? She goes to horror conventions and everything, and she's just so grateful for her little 15 minutes, and I don't know, I think it's just really cool.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to announce that our friend Matt Bandy has joined us, longtime viewer and friend of the show, big star at the Vinyl Show over there on this very same channel. You see him over there all the time. Now he's on the VHS show. He's got a very fine curated collection that he's building. So
yeah.
Well, yeah, it started off curated, then it kind of went.
Is it Meg Ryan? I was a big fan of Meg Ryan.
Yeah, how'd you like that text message I sent you, Matt? That was pretty good, huh? I roped you in on that one. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, ha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris is funny. I still have the box that he sent me sitting by my front door. I haven't had the heart to move it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll figure something out.
I think I know what you'll do with it, but go on. What you should do with it.
Yeah, maybe send it to somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, it's a gift that keeps on giving. Let's get this all the way around the country with different stamps on it. Oh. And, maybe somebody will pony up and send it up to our friends up north in Canada.
Yeah.
Who knows? Send overseas. We get it all over the place.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
That would be a prank. sending it to like Kevin or Bill or somebody who really needs a nice romantic comedy.
Well, the cat's kind of out of the bag now, so
but the cat can get back in the bag. 6 months from now, he won't remember this shit. He'll just get a box and be like, "What's this box here?" And then you open it up, and there you go.
That's true. I don't remember last week's stuff.
Well.
All right,
I got a bunch of tapes if you want me to.
Let's see it, man. Break them out.
Yeah.
That's what the show's all about. Showing your tapes.
So
talking VHS.
I've been going on a weekly basis to a local thrift, trying to, because they stock quite a bit of VHS. Sometimes they get new stuff in, sometimes they don't, but usually there's one or two that they have in. And I found this one a few weeks ago, and this was one of my favorite movies from when I was a kid. I watched a taped copy that my best friend let me have. It was called The Boy Who Could Fly. Have you guys ever seen this one?
I haven't. I thought I did. It looks familiar, but
it rings a
I was
bell,
reading
yeah.
the synopsis and it didn't resonate, but it looks cool.
It has the kid who played Bug in Uncle Buck. This guy here. So he plays this kid who, like, he's probably autistic, but he doesn't talk, and he thinks he can fly. Turns out he really can fly at the very end.
I do remember.
Spoiler alert.
There's a young Fred Savage in this. This is probably right before Wonder Years because he's a little bit younger, but he's classic in it. And there's a really good scene where he puts his piss inside of a water gun and shoots the bully.
As you do.
Yeah,
that sounds really familiar, man.
Yeah.
I think I have seen it now that you say that.
It's a good movie. This one's pretty. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. I don't know a lot of people that know this movie either. It's pretty cheesy, but it's the kind of the classic 80s
80s cheese.
80s cheese. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. It's really good.
And that's a kick-ass shirt you got there.
Oh, that's thanks. Yeah, I got this
shirt
from a. Let me get up here a little better. So there's a guy on Instagram that you send him like your whatever movies, use like a list of 10 movies, of 10 movies, and he'll make the shirt for you. And then
So you didn't have to send the picture; you just send him the list of what.
No, just a little one and one.
Okay, that's cool. That's a little cooler because I've seen people where you can send in your picture, and they'll do that work for you. So that's probably where they're really getting it from. Maybe I was misunderstanding what people were doing.
So I did kind of my journey through fantasy movies. So you start with Willow, and then you got Neverending Story, Conan the Barbarian, Destroyer, then Dragon Slayer, Fire and Ice, Sorceress, Deathstalker, Clash of the Titans, and Master of the Universe there. So just some of my favorite sword and sorcery stuff.
Those are great.
Yeah.
I saw most of those in the movie theater, man. Those are awesome.
Nice. So I also have been doing a lot of yard sailing on the weekends, and I hit up an estate sale a few months ago
where you scored big.
I did.
Yeah.
And it just so happened they were having another sale at that house, and I was randomly in that neighborhood and saw that the estate sale was still going on, or they were opening up again. I was like, I didn't spend a lot of time.
And your eye has changed since then.
It has, and I wondered if I left any meat on the bone there. And I didn't have my daughter with me this time, so I went back in like, I might as well just look through it again. I ended up leaving with 40 tapes, so there was quite a bit there left on the bone.
They're 50 cents a tape, though, right?
Yeah, 50 cents a tape. Yeah. And I didn't even pay full. I didn't even know. I paid like 15.
Even better.
Yeah, I said I got 15. I have like $20 worth of tapes. I have $15. Would you take that? And they said yes. So, whoever.
See, Bill, that's how it's done, Bill.
I should send you the shot of their setup in this house, because and you can show it on the show next time. But whoever's collection this, whoever bought this, or whoever these originally belonged to, they either bought out a video rental store or they had a rental store themselves, because a lot of these are ex-rentals, and a lot of these happen to have one in particular actor in them.
Yeah.
So either they were a huge fan of this guy, or they just happened to own a rental store.
Or they just happen to, that's the section. It's so crazy because he was sending me all these, talking about, well, he was FaceTiming me, showing me all these tapes that he got. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even know this guy was in this many movies.
I didn't either.
And then I go to a thrift store and I find one of the ones he doesn't have. And this guy has the largest collection in the history of it.
You know what's funny? If you look at that picture that I took, you can see that movie in it.
So you forgot that one.
I didn't get it. I didn't get that one because I didn't.
You need to go back.
Maybe I should.
You should go back.
Maybe I should. So the actor that I'm talking about here is C. Thomas Howell. I didn't know really a lot about the guy. I've seen a bunch of his movies lately because I've been picking them up from this place. But he was in The Outsiders, I think is maybe what he's most famous for when he was young. But then he went on to be in movies like this, Pure Danger, where he's got a sweet mustache. C. Thomas Howell is
one of the big movies that I knew him from was Soul Man, and I do have an extra copy, and I will send you that.
So that's the one that I passed on.
You passed on Soul Man?
Yeah, I didn't see it. Maybe I don't know. Well,
that's not the one I got at the thrift store. I got that. Right, I can't reach it, but that other random ass one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up picking up. These are a bunch of like 90s action movies that happened to star this guy. And so then there was The Eyes of a Panther. It's a kind of a cool cover. This looks kind of like a period piece. It looks like it's a suspense, maybe a horror type. It says mystery suspense on Canon Video. So a lot like look for labels now, and that's kind of what draws my eye to these things. Another C. Thomas Howell, Suspect Device. This looks like another.
That's a cool cover, though. I do like that cover. That's really cool.
Yeah. Engineered to kill millions, now he fights for their future, is the tagline. And you got a guy getting kicked in the face with a helicopter behind him.
Because you have to do that.
That looks pretty cool.
If there's a helicopter behind you, you are obligated to kick someone in the face.
And then you got old Thomas Howell trying to look tough here.
Well, that's his Ice Cube phase or something.
Ice Cube. Yeah, I was getting ready to say he's trying to look like Ice Cube there.
Yeah. Boys in the Hood.
And then the live video that I've got a few cool action.
Yeah, live's got some cool stuff too.
Tapes from that label too.
Yeah.
And this one I picked up. This is another C. Thomas Howell, Babyface. This looks like a gangster movie.
I would say that's got to be a gangster movie. The way he's dressed.
I got this because there was a pink tape. I thought that was good.
Now,
and
what's
Bill's
that?
Not even paying attention.
Flip that around. What's that in the corners there? Yeah, where your fingers are, the bottom corner. No, on your side. See at the bottom, right where your hands. Your fingers
there's two little tabs here.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
That's weird.
I didn't notice that until just now.
I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool. I love those color tapes, dude, because those things are hard to find, and bootleggers love them. Like someone would make a Valentine's compilation out of that or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And this looks like this was a screener copy.
Yeah. Well, that also lends a little bit to them being rental store owners. Yeah. The fact is, you found a couple of screeners there.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, so that makes me think that they were. I'm surprised you didn't get that out of the daughter or whatever when you were talking to her.
Yeah, I just I'll tell you why later. I had to leave early.
Fair enough.
I wasn't. Yeah. Okay. So that
sounds gastral to me.
That you guessed it.
Yeah, I didn't want to expose you there. There was one of the hosts are polite to the guests.
Yeah, so that was definitely all. That was not all the C. Thomas Howell movies that I got, but there's more. But these were kind of the ones that looked more.
What drew you to C. Thomas Howell tapes?
Nothing. Because there were just so many of them.
Well, they had the Canon labels crazy, and the live and all that. It made sense.
Every one of these movies is different, so they're all maybe he was he had a wide range. He could play whatever.
Or he just took every part that was thrown his way.
Yeah.
Or that.
The guy had a big drug problem, I think, maybe. That's what Bill tells me. Sue Bill.
What else? Okay, so then I got this Disorganized Crime. And you got old Ed O'Neill from Married with Children.
Oh, right.
Lou Diamond Phillips. You got the guy from the Munsters. I'd never heard of this movie, but
I watched it. It's like a crime. Well, it's a heist movie, right? They all get together to do something.
A funny movie.
Well, it has to be true.
Anything that's a rated R movie from this time period that's an action or a comedy, I'm going to pick it up especially if I've never heard of it. And let's see, then so this is I've never heard of this one either. My Demon Lover. And this is a cut box, but it's in a slipcase that they shrunk wrap around it. So this looks like, I don't know if it's like a horror comedy.
Yeah, I think it's a
homedy. Yeah, homedy. But this, I was driving me nuts. I was like, God, who the hell is this guy? I know this guy from somewhere. Had I bothered just to read the top of the box, I would have immediately, oh yeah, that's what I remember. It was Scott from Family Ties.
He had another name though, right? Wasn't he? Did he have a weird name? That's the one who was dating Mallory, right?
Yeah. So that's not.
But
his,
he had
his character. His character's name was like some Eastern European
boner
sounding.
I thought he had like a boner kind of name.
I don't remember.
Nick.
Nick. That's what it was. Yeah.
All right.
So I don't know if you can see, but he's got like a monster hand there.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
I'm assuming he's the demon.
Fair assumption.
Yeah. I got Old Stopper, My Mom Will Shoot. There you go. Never seen it. I was going to see this movie once when I was a kid, but my grandma was babysitting, and she asked, what movie do you want to go see? And I said, my friends invited me to see Stopper, My Mom Will Shoot. She's like, nope, you're not going to see it.
Yeah, I know. That's so funny, man. Grandma shut him down.
So
she said, no, you will not watch that horror movie.
I was kind of mad, but she probably saved me from watching a real shitty movie as a kid.
It wasn't bad. I think you would have enjoyed it as a kid.
Yeah.
Still, Getty was hot at the time. Not sexually hot, but like from Golden Girls, she was a hot actor. Yeah.
And this one starring Suzanne Lucci, called The Hit Woman.
Mm-hmm. Famous for being on All My Children.
Wow.
The Double Edge. You got a badass babe holding the gun there. I'm going to get that.
Yeah.
Apex Entertainment. No idea.
That had to have been a movie of the week. I can't see her getting a theatrical movie.
I don't know. It's got a bunch of tape in there.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was a made-for-TV movie as well, but that doesn't matter. Well, yeah, so that makes me think it was a real movie, maybe straight to video, probably. But some of those made-for-TV movies, man, are rare and hard to find, a little pricey too.
So a lot of these, I was kind of looking them up while I was going through them at the estate sale too, and some of them are like on the higher end. I don't remember off the top of my head which ones were, but actually this one seemed to go for a little bit. The Glitter Dome. I'd never heard of this one before either, and this is an X rental. You can tell there.
Yeah.
Looks like it has a young, what's his name, John Lithgow in it. But yeah, so this one was a little more like a $60-$70 tape on Thorn Video. Yeah, so that's why I picked
and you know what? A lot of Thorn videos come that way.
Yeah, and the cover looks pretty kind of cool
with that white box, and they look like cut boxes, but like my Return of the Living Dead. I mean, that's how it is, and I got they just come that way. So they're pre-cut, and now it's even more cut. Nope, it's fine. But yeah, so they just come that way.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of them. I got a Terminator, Extra, a bunch of other things, but these Thorn videos. This one's kind of hard to find too.
Yeah, no, that's on my list there too.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. Good luck with that.
Yeah, and this one, This is a cut box. This is called Never Too Young to Die, starring a young John Stamos before Full House.
Yeah, that's General Hospital, John Stamos,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Right after General Hospital or overlapping.
Do you remember what his character name was in General Hospital?
Oh man, I should know this. Well, he was Jesse on Full House. Blackie, or what was it? Was it Blackie?
Yeah,
it was, huh? Yeah, Blackie.
Yeah.
Boy, that was a tough one. I remember my
Explo-
mom, she loved them, and Luke and Laura, boy, that was a big thing.
Forget about it.
Huge. Scorpio, all that.
Scorpio.
Remember
Explosions, 1 against 100 bazooka battles, and chases. And yeah, this has Gene Simmons in it from Kiss.
Scorpio. That's awesome.
You got a $79 price tag there too.
Hey, that was a
And
bargain.
this one looks like it'll be fun. It looks like it's set in like a dystopian type setting. It says powerful heavy metal music and state-of-the-art weaponry. So that's up my alley there. So haven't watched this one, but I'm looking forward to watching this one. And I got you got your two Corys here, Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, and Blown Away. Nice, Kevin. I'm glad you did. And this looks like it was.
I can't believe how many movies Kevin's seen. That's amazing.
Originally purchased at a drugstore. So somebody's drug. I don't know.
Huh, maybe Longs. Is that an S?
I can't tell. It
is.
is.
S drugs? Yeah, I bet you that's Longs.
It's an apostrophe, yes.
Well, that would be. The man's last name was Long. So
it belonged to him. It was his drugstore. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
so Longs, this one
Long's drugs.
This one I never heard of before. But you got old Feldman trying to look cool.
Oh yeah. Well, then look at them. They're both trying to look like the Godfather right there.
Mm-hmm.
Tony or Al Pacino.
Yeah.
They were past it at this point, I think.
Nicole Egbert from Baywatch.
Eggert, yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Charles in charge.
You won't mispronounce a name on this show, Bill. I mean, sorry, Matt. Bill will not allow it.
Terminal Bliss, starring Luke Perry on Canon Video.
Why did you grab that one?
This one,
why wouldn't you?
I think it was like a $20, $30 tape. That's what
exactly.
Jesus.
That's a rare find right there.
Rated R. Yeah.
That's right on the peak of his 90210 fandom right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he
didn't even change costume.
Well,
so
look at like fucking Dylan right there, huh?
This says in the tradition of River's Edge and Heathers, both movies.
Not Dylan, but James Dean. I mean, look at him. He got everything but a pack of smokes in his sleeve.
Yeah. So it in the vein of River's Edge and Heathers. So yeah, and it was. There you go. Then this one's probably terrible. The Birds 2, Land's End.
Oh.
A sequel to Hitchcock's classic. Oh man, Kevin, you have to tell me about this.
No spoilers, Kevin, please. No.
I
got that too, and I haven't seen the end. Yeah, that's Good Times.
We love Good Times. So
Good Times.
We like Good Times. We hate Good Times.
Who directed the sequel? Who said they could continue Hitchcock's vision?
Let's see. Directed by Alan Smith, or Smithy, spelled Smithee.
Yeah.
Screenplay by Ken and Jim Wheat. Wrote the
of course.
Screenplay.
I'm sure they were nominated for several awards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There you go.
All right, we're coming down at the nitty gritty here, Matt.
Okay, this looks like it's from a
Gap
ad here, but this is called A Night in the Life of Jimmy Reardon, starring a young River Phoenix.
Yeah, that's when they had Parker Lewis Can't Lose, and a bunch of those things came out that same time, I think.
Yeah. So rated R.
Ferris Bueller clone.
Ferris Bueller, right? I mean, it's just like a rip-off of rip-offs there.
And you got a young Matthew Perry right there too.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
any like 80s coming of age movie, I'm gonna pick that up too, especially if it's rated R.
Yeah, I bet you that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. I picked up just because I love this movie, Overboard. My guy Kurt Russell.
I'm not used to seeing that cover though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the old, maybe the older one.
That's cool.
Excuse me. And I picked up Major Payne.
VH snacking.
Yeah,
That was in the latest episode.
It's a funny movie. And then this one might be the crown jewel of the pick. I don't know, because I'm having a hard time finding information about it. But Twisted, starring Christian Slater.
I'm telling you, man, that when you showed me that, you piqued my interest.
It looks like it's like a slasher movie.
Yeah, it has a slasher vibe, if nothing else, like a thriller. But that's cool, man. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. So yeah,
that's the creme de la creme, right?
I think maybe there's a couple other ones that I didn't show that were.
Yeah, we'll save it for another
still pricey.
Another little visit. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you, Matt Bandy. That was awesome, man.
Yeah.
I've not seen a lot of those. So
no, all the movies.
I know somebody who has though.
Kevin. So.
Yeah.
Pretty much all these movies I got that I'd never seen before. So looking forward to watching those. All right, guys. All right. I'll let you go. Thanks for
hey, Matt.
on.
Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Always appreciate
it. Anytime.
All right. See you on the vinyl show next week.
Okay. All right.
That was Matt Bandy. Stay tuned. I don't know. Should we do this? Chris
What's
Roberts? That? Big announcement?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Should we?
Right. I mean, it's something that we're gonna do, so we might as well, while we have a captive audience, talk about it.
If we make a big announcement, then we actually have to go through with it. So,
or we could say we're thinking about a big announcement and tease it. Say the big announcement and then say we might renege. Because we're still thinking about it. I mean, we have
Don't
plans.
invest in this big announcement, folks.
Well, we have plans. Okay, part of our thoughts were we were thinking about gravitating the VHS show to a VHS dedicated YouTube channel. And we had a couple of options. And Bill grabbed one. We don't want to do that. Don't do that. That's some sensitive material there. But so we have another channel set up, and we're probably going to start showing this show along with other VHS related content, like uploads from VHS tapes, weird stuff, maybe like some of these anti-drug tapes I got. Who knows? We might be able to sneak some of them in without getting copyrighted. But that's the idea.
We're going to VHS has got to stand on its own, I think. So it's going to
we'll see. I mean, if it completely flops, then we'll come right back. we'll say psych and come right back. But
it won't flop because all you guys that are with us now, you got to go
sub to one of the channel.
This is the new channel right here. It's called Midnight is Flashing. It's on YouTube right now. Barely anything is on there. It's just on there. It's brand new. That's where the VHS show is going to go. So next episode, go to Midnight is Flashing. So go over there now, search on YouTube, Midnight is Flashing, and it'll bring you to this webpage, this YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe, and that's where you're going to catch us next time.
Yeah, please do. Let's. We like to build something that's just dedicated to that. I mean, frankly, Bill is a big shot now. I mean, he has a video that cracked 250K. He wants all non-Bob stuff off the channel. I mean, that's really what's happening. He's like, get this VHS stuff off. You're going to mess up my Bob viewers. But no, in all seriousness, no. We want to put other stuff on. We don't want to clog the feed. We want to have a dedicated feed.
Yeah.
And, playlists, stuff like that. Stuff that's more dedicated to that. Because, sometimes it's hard to mix the streams. We're pulling in people who want to watch VHS content. They're getting Bob Dylan stuff. We're bringing in people who want to watch Bob Dylan. They're getting VHS stuff. So we're trying to make it easier for the viewers.
And we want to start adding content to this. Like we want 30-second clips, like a ton of them. I'm watching old VHS tapes. I'm ripping them onto the computer. I want to put them somewhere. So they're going to go on that channel. You're going to see old commercials, weirdo clips from old movies.
Well, we're going to take advantage of, they want the shorts, right?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
if we have like 30 seconds, is it 30 seconds? I think 30 seconds or less is considered a short.
Minute, maybe.
Maybe a minute. Okay, so whatever it is, minute or less, 30 seconds or less. We're looking to do shorts because, you know, we want to appease the algorithm gods and its content. And, you know, it'll be on the channel. So you'll have that. You'll have other videos uploaded. You'll have this show. And, you know, maybe we'll sneak in a Bob Dylan video so I can get a little bit of that action. Maybe. No?
Midnight is Flashing. Go look
Okay.
for that. We're also on Twitter, Instagram. Midnight is Flashing. I think the actual name on Twitter is Midnight VHS, though.
I
But
think it
the
is
sub-
because some weirdo was like trolling me and telling me how cool I was, and I knew it was something weird.
Yeah.
And it was him. So
He had Chris Roberts had a big fan earlier today saying how sexy he thought he was and stuff.
yeah, and he thought he was gonna rope me in on it, like I was gonna be, oh, thank you so much. It's just like, yeah, whatever.
He liked it right away, let me tell you.
Sure, I did.
So that's the big news. VHS, it's crazy. It's out of control, so big it's got to get its own channel. And me and Chris are going to organize that and look after it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll see. Where
Yeah,
that takes
I mean,
us.
we have all this crazy old equipment that transfers stuff. We might as well use it. I have things. He has things, so we're gonna work on it.
All right. So there's your work for next time. Go subscribe.
Hey,
it
we
up.
already got a sub.
There you go. And Chris Roberts might have some kind of sweepstakes involved for new subscribers over there. Maybe.
Yeah, I might be giving away some of Bill's Bob Dylan collection.
I tell you, I have ripped out a couple of pieces of hardware here. I do have spare decks. Maybe like a VCR can be given away. There's something. We're going to work on something, guys.
Oh, for
So-
sure. I mean, I have tapes. You know, we'll do a little subscriber sweepstakes or something. I got doubles. I got things that would be interesting to somebody. We definitely want you guys to jump on, have a little fun with it. You know, that's awesome. And I'm the second, apparently. So,
All right.
yeah,
Cool.
you got to build up that sub count, even if it's your own. I mean, that's like channel number one etiquette, right? You sub to your own channel. You have to with your 5 or 6 sub accounts. Is that what people do?
that
Right?
is
So
what
they can get
people
to
do.
that 1,000 really quick. They make a
I
1,000.
know one person that definitely does that to get to his 1,000. But
Yeah, they make 1,000 bot accounts so they can get to that monetization.
yeah.
We won't name names though.
All right. So is that all you have to say for the audience this week?
Yeah, dude,
Is
I'm
that-
getting ready to go to wrestling right now. I got free tickets. I'm third row
Ugh.
on the aisle, premium seats. I'm going to do a little live streaming on my Instagram at CWR2. So if you guys want to come on, you throw that name up there again, Bill. You guys want to jump in on that? You maybe see Roman Reigns in action. Maybe you see a little Charlotte Flair.
What?
Maybe you see a little Becky Lynch. Who knows? Who knows who's going to show up? It's a big WWE Super Show, and I'm going to be third row because, you know, VIP here. We get free tickets. They put us up front.
I imagine that is a big deal.
It kind of is. I mean, they're like
I imagine.
$200 tickets.
How did you get them?
I know people. I got connections, Bill.
Sorry, did you say you're going to shoot some live viz on your Instagram account for this?
Yeah, I'm going to go live.
Right on.
I mean, sometimes it's a bitch because, you know, a lot of people are pulling at the same time. So we'll see how shitty it looks.
I can't imagine sitting with all those.
What are you talking about, Bill? let's not go there, Bill. These are our fans as well. They like VHS.
Okay.
Yeah. You know how many wrestling tapes I got? If we want to get into talking about my home recorded wrestling tapes, we can do that. We can have a standalone VHS episode that just talks about my VHS wrestling collection.
That's Midnight is Flashing 2 channel.
That's the sub channel of Midnight is Flashing.
Sub channel. Wrestling channel.
Make a sub channel.
Oh, Christ. Okay. Well, that's what Chris Roberts is doing. I'm going to, I don't know, put a movie on or something. That's about it for me. It's getting late.
Hey, fire up those VCRs, man.
That's right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Thanks for subscribing and hitting the like button. And then thanks for subscribing at the other thing and hitting the like button over there.
And turn on the bell and share it and, you know, look for our Patreon, all that good stuff, right? We got that?
There's no Patreon.
No?
Don't worry about it.
Well, you know what? Listen, everybody. Bill doesn't know, but I set up a VHS Patreon. Okay, he doesn't know about it. So. No, I'm just joking.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time. See ya.